Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and by the title you already know what I'm going to be talking about. So I really feel like it's very necessary to talk about this. Like, I feel deep in my heart that I should talk about this because I know it's somebody out there that's going through the same thing that I've been through and still going through. My husband passed away on August the 31st, 2018. Jay was a very, very caring person, loving person. He just was a caring, good-hearted person. Like, he could see somebody on the streets, like a homeless person on the streets, and he'll stop and just give them money. And that's how caring he was. He just didn't care who you was. If you needed something, he gave it to you. Like, that was just the type of person he was. So I would never in a million years thought that my husband would pass away. Like, that was never a thought in my mind. Like, I would never think that he would just be gone. It's like, no more. It just vanished. Like, no more Jay. Yeah, so y'all, this is real hard. I'm really trying here. It took me a long time to do this video, but I'm going to do it. But I would never thought that. I thought we was gonna grow old together and see our kids go off to college together and stuff like that. I would never think that he would just be gone. Like, he meant the world to me. Like, I would never think I can live without my husband. Like, no. Like, no, you're not gonna tell me my husband is not gonna be here. Like, no, that's not happening. On Thursday, August the 30th is the day that things went down prior to his passing, because he passed like around, let's say, but he passed about around 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. So it led to the 31st of that Friday. So before that, he was alive. So, mind you, okay, my husband, he asked me if it was all right for him to go. Because, mind you, we were supposed to have went out to eat. We were supposed to have took our daughter out to eat, but he wound up having to go take care of some business and errands and take care of some things. And he had to go meet someone from the job that he did. He did a big job and they were paying him. And the guy that was paying him wanted him to chill with him and have drinks. And I asked him, was you gonna come home, or are we still gonna do like the dinner plans that we supposed to do? And he was like, well, the guy that's paying me wanted me to kind of chill with him and have drinks with him. And the guy was kind of sick. So, and you know, my husband, he was a very caring person, and the guy wanted his company, so he was like, I should chill with him and have drinks with him and stuff like that. And mind you, I never be okay with that. Like, I never be okay with him just chilling and just, you know, staying out and chilling. So he was like, Sade, just let me chill with him. It'll be fine. And he had FaceTime me and let me talk to the guy, which is, he really did not have to do that. But the type of person I was, I did not like for him to be out partying and stuff like that. So I talked to the guy and he's like, oh, he's fine. We just having a couple of drinks and everything's gonna be okay. And I gave in and I was like, okay, well, you can have some drinks and stuff like that. Normally, I do not do that. I do not let him. I'll be like, no. So they having drinks and stuff like that. I'm chilling at home, getting the house together and stuff like that, just doing little knick-knack things around the house and stuff like that. time go by, and I'm like, okay, why is he not home? So I call him, and I'm like, okay, babe, when are you gonna come home? He was like, oh, we still here talking and stuff like that. We're talking about business. He might got another job for me to do, and you know, that's gonna be a good amount of money, and that'll help us out and this and that. I said, okay. You know, I was like, okay, well, they talking about work, so it's fine. So I let him stay, and I don't never do that. I like never. So time go by, more time go by. I'm like, okay, this is taking a real long time. He needs to come home. It's kind of getting a little bit late, so he needs to come home. So, but I didn't bother him. I ain't bothered to call or nothing like that. I just let him chill. And next thing you know, but mind you know, I did call again. I did. And that time I had called. When I called him, I was like, babe, you need to come home. And I don't know why. I just started like crying. Like something just came over me, and I just started crying. And I'm like, babe, you need to come home. You need to come home. And he was like, baby, why you crying? Like, why is you crying? You don't need to be crying. I'm coming home, babe. Why are you crying? I didn't do anything wrong. I said, I know you didn't do anything wrong. I just want you to come home. And I did not know. I didn't know why I was crying. I just was crying. It just, I don't know. I don't know if I don't even know what I was feeling. Like, I don't even know. I just was crying, telling him to come home. It was weird. And I was just crying. It's like something deep in me knew something bad was going to happen. But I didn't know why I was crying. He was like, don't cry, babe. I don't know why you crying. I'm going to be on the way home. He said, just let me chill a little bit longer and I'll be there. And I said, okay. I didn't bother to call him or anything like that. I just let him chill. Next thing you know, like, I got a phone call from him, and he was like, babe, come pick me up. I'm real drunk. I need your help. And they want me to pay this tab. And I didn't have enough money on me to pay it, because mind you, he didn't have enough cash on him to pay his tab or whatever. So he wanted me to have some money to come bring to the bar that he was at to pay for his tab. And I'm like, okay. It was weird though, because I didn't understand why he didn't have money, because he left the house though with money, but I don't know. But and he had his cards, his credit cards, but I didn't understand why he needed me to bring money. That was something that was very weird and hard to me. But I was like, okay, I'm on my way. Mind you, I'm coming from Pearland, and when I put the address and the GPS, it said 43 minutes. It said 43 or 42 minutes, one of the two, from where I'm at to get to him. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like 43 minutes to get to him. And mind you, he's drunk. And I said, okay, I'm on my way. So I'm driving, trying to hurry up and get to him because he's drunk. And I'm trying to hurry up and get to him. And mind you, I had my 3 babies with me, my 3 kids. So I drove to my mother-in-law house to drop the kids off, because I had to go inside the bar, and I didn't want to bring the kids inside the bar, and I couldn't leave them in the car, so I had to stop by my mother-in-law house to drop them off. And when I did that, I got my sister-in-law to ride with me. I asked her, can she come ride with me to the bar to go get her brother? And she did. She got in the car with me, and we both was on the way up there. And he called me. He was like, where you at? Where you at? I said, I'm coming, baby. I had to drop the kids. I'm on my way. You just stay where you at, and I'm coming. And so we driving to go and get him. And he called again, and he was like, where you at, Shorty? Where you at? I said, baby, I'm on my way. I'm driving as fast as I can. I'm coming to you. He said, come on. He said, cause something happened something happened at the bar where he had to leave the bar. I don't know. I guess they kicked him out the bar, and he had to leave out of the bar. So I had told him that I'm on my way. I'm coming. And so He called me again. Mind you, this time when he called me, he was inside his truck. And he called FaceTime. And he was inside the truck. I'm like, okay, why is you inside the truck? He was like, babe, I'm stuck. He said, I'm stuck. And I'm like, what's going on? What you mean you stuck? He said, I'm stuck. I can't get out the seatbelt. I said, what you mean you can't get out the seatbelt, Jay? What do you mean you can't get out the seatbelt? He's like, I can't get out the seatbelt. I'm stuck. I said, stay where you at. Matter of fact, I had told him, and my sister-in-law was on side of me, and we going crazy because we don't know really what's going on. And he was like, I'm stuck. I can't get out. And I'm like, well, unbuckle the seatbelt. Just try to unbuckle the seatbelt and get out. And I'm rushing, trying to drive to him. And next thing you know, the phone fell. And it was on FaceTime. And all you can see is flames. You literally can see the flames in the phone. And I'm sorry, y'all. And I was so scared. And then the phone just, boom, went dead. Nothing. All I seen was flames, and then the phone just black. And I tried to call back. It was no answer, no ring, no nothing. And we driving crazy. I tried to go to the spot to where he at. Mind you, he wasn't at the bar, so the address that I had in the GPS, he wasn't there anymore. So I had a tracking device on his phone. We both had tracking device on each other's phone so we can know where each other at. So the tracking device was saying that he was at some address, and it was so dark, and it was just woods, and it was like we was driving nowhere but in circles over and over. And we was on the phone with, we'd been had called 911, and we was telling 911 where we thought he was at, because he did say that he was stuck on a railroad tracks. So we told him where in the area he was at, and they all was looking for him. We all looking for him. The ambulance looking for him. The police looking for him. Everybody looking for him. And we couldn't find him. We going back and forth. Just back and forth, busting U-turns, like driving. It was just dark and trees everywhere. It was just horrible. And we just driving everywhere trying to find him. I'm trying to find him. I can't even get to him. And all I can picture is flames. So I'm thinking that my husband is burning. Like he's dying, burning to death. That's what I'm thinking, basically. And so we just driving everywhere trying to look for him. We couldn't find him. Then we finally found a scene. Well, ambulance and the police the ambulance wasn't there, but the policeman was there, and we asked them who we was looking for, and was that the person? And they said yes. And when I looked at the car, it didn't even look like his truck. It just looked I don't even know, it was just burnt in flames, and it was just like smush. It just didn't even look like his car. And so we asked the police officer, like, where did they take him? And they told us to Herman Hospital on the helicopter, the life flight. So we rushing, and me and my sister, we was like looking at each other, and we was just like, let's pray that he okay. And we was just praying that he was okay, because we knew it was bad, because the way the vehicle looked, like we knew it was horrible. And the whole ride, we just prayed, and we was like, okay, we know he's not dead. He probably just hurt, or probably a little bit, like his bones broken, but he's not dead, or a little burns or something like that, but he's not dead. So we driving there, and we get there, We telling people who we looking for, he's not even there. We like, okay, well, they life flighted him. Why he's not? He's supposed to be here before we here. We got there before he got there. So we just sitting there waiting. And I'm just scared. And me and my sister-in-law sitting there scared too. We just scared. And I'm like, okay, why is it taking him so long to get here? And then he finally got there. And I don't know, they called us to the room, and they took us to a back room, and it was 3 people. It was, I think it was 2 ladies and a man. And he was like, we have news. And when they did that, I just knew that it wasn't good. And they was like beating around the bush, saying that they was saying all kind of stuff, and I just was like, sir, please, can you just tell me what's going on with my husband? I just want to know if my husband is okay. That's all I want to know. And they was like, ma'am, your husband passed away. And I'm like, what? He like, your husband passed away. And I'm like, is you serious? I could not believe it. Like, I would never, ever in a million years think that my husband would be gone. Like, no, like, this is not true. This is not true. And they had asked us if we wanted to see the body. And we went up in there and looked at the body, and it was him, and it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. And I couldn't believe it. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just this, it really hurts. It really hurts that you lose somebody that you really cared about and you really love, and they just gone, like nothing. Just gone, completely gone. Like, you're never gonna see this person again. Like, they're never coming back. And I'm thinking, like, what I'm gonna tell my babies? What I'm gonna tell them that they dad passed away? Like, it was really bad, y'all, but I'm learning how to deal with this. Like, I'm a very, very strong person. I would never in a million years think that I would be this strong, because when I tell you I loved him so much, and I still love him to this day, I would never think that I would be this strong. Like, I'm a very strong woman. I don't care what no one say, I'm strong. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm gonna be real, and I'm not gonna lie and sugarcoat anything. Like, when they first told me the incident, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking, like, what's my purpose of being here? Like, it's no more of me being here. I might as well die too. Like, why should I live too? I want to be where he at. But then I had to think, I got 3 beautiful kids, and the people that's out there that's going through the same thing that I'm going through, always remember, you always have somebody out there that's loving you. So if you feel like you cannot make it, don't feel like that, because there's always somebody out there that's loving you and caring for you. And if you kill yourself or you do anything crazy to yourself, then guess how they're gonna feel? They're gonna feel the same way that you feel. So it's really stupid to try to do anything to yourself. I had to think about that. Like, okay, if I do something to myself, what about my kids? How they gonna feel? They already done lost their father. So how they gonna feel? I had to think about that. Like, no, that's just the devil coming in my mind, trying to speak bad, negative things in my mind. No, I have to be strong for my babies, and that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be strong for my babies, and I'm going to be strong for my husband, because I know that that's what he would want me to do, is to be strong for them and for him, because I know he's looking down on me, and he want me to be a good example for our kids. So if you feeling down and you don't got nothing to live for, don't feel like that, because there's somebody out there that's looking forward to seeing your face. It could be your mother, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your children. Like, don't give up. Everybody going through things out here. We have to be strong and don't, give up on life, because they wouldn't want you to give up on life. And that's how I had to look at it. Like, my husband wouldn't want me to give up on life. He would want me to fulfill my dreams. He would want me to do things that I'm passionate about, like my makeup, hair, everything. He would want me to do everything that I'm passionate about. But I felt like I should tell my story so that it may touch somebody out there that's going through what I'm going through. You're not alone. But just don't give up on life. Everybody is going through things. Just don't give up. Like, that's what and I'm very strong. Like, at the beginning I was weak and I was sad, and I'm still sad, and like things still makes me cry. Like when I see a certain thing or something remind me of him, I cry. And I mean, I'm never gonna ever forget about him. Like, he's gonna forever be in my life, like no matter what. But you do have your moments, and it's gonna be like that. Like, you have your moments where it's just you break down, but it's normal. Everybody have their moments where they break down. But all we gotta do is keep our head up and be strong, and everything will be all right. And yeah, but that's my story. I got great memory. I got a lot of great memory with my husband. Like, we did a lot of things together. Beautiful things together. We did a lot. As far as our wedding was the most beautifulest thing ever. Like, that was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, was my wedding. Like, oh my God. Like, I would never in a million years thought that Sade get married. I would never, ever thought that. But the wedding was everything that I can ask for. Everything. It was beautiful. Honeymoon. Beautiful. Everything that I can ask for. Y'all, my baby loved me. Look what he made for me at the dinner table. I love you, babe. I'm glad that God put him in my life, because he was actually the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, he was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I would forever love my husband, no matter what. Forever love him. But yeah, so I felt like it was a need to talk about it. I mean, everybody go through their things, but as time go by, things will get better. But yeah, so I hope this video touched you guys, and